The year was 1987. Pastor Emmanuel was a man of great faith, the kind of man who could pray for 3 hours without blinking, whose voice could shake the rafters of the small village church in rural Nigeria. Every Sunday the congregation would sing, clap, and pray. And every Sunday a boy named Fred would sit in the very last pew. Fred was 11. His father had died the harvest before. His mother washed clothes for other families just to keep a roof over their heads. And most days Fred went to school on an empty stomach. The church knew about Fred. They prayed about Fred. "Lord, provide for this child," they would say. "Lord, let no one in this community go hungry." Hands raised, eyes closed, amens echoing. But Fred still walked home hungry. One afternoon, a visiting woman named Sister Agnes arrived at the church, a quiet woman, not particularly loud in worship. She noticed Fred sitting outside after service, staring at the ground. She didn't ask him if he was okay. She didn't bow her head. She simply walked back inside the church hall, opened the pot of stew that had been prepared for the pastor's lunch, scooped a generous portion into a bowl and placed it in front of the boy. No prayer, just action. Fred looked up at her, eyes wide. She smiled and said, "God heard you before you even asked." The Apostle James wrote something the church has always known but often forgets. In James 2:15-16 he said, "Suppose a brother or a sister is without clothes and daily food. If one of you says to them, 'Go in peace, keep warm and well fed,' but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it?" And then, the verse that cuts deepest, verse 17. Faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. We live in a world full of hungry people, not just for bread, but for dignity, for kindness, for someone to see them. And far too often, the church, the family, the community, offers beautiful words to a very real wound. We pray about people instead of acting for them. Here's the truth that Sister Agnes understood. When you feed a hungry man, you are not interrupting his prayers. You are the answer to his prayers. God, in his infinite wisdom, rarely drops bread from the sky. He places it in the hands of someone nearby and whispers, you go." In Matthew 25:35, Jesus didn't say, "I was hungry, and you prayed for me." He said, "I was hungry, and you gave me food." He was counting the meals. He was counting the moments of practical love that most people overlook as ordinary. Fred grew up. He became a doctor, a pediatrician, who spent 20 years working